Dear 10th class students, in continuation to the India Relief Features Part 1, today let me complete the revision video today. Before that, I want to tell you one thing. In yesterday's video, by mistake, I have told instead of 6,100 meters of the height of Himadri average peaks, I told 6,100 kilometers to erase human. And another mistake what I have told is, it is useful for, instead of 10th class, I have told 7th class. So don't bother about those small things. Coming back to the present video, actually I thought of completing a Peninsula Plateau yesterday, but due to some technical problems, I could not do that. So the remaining part is very, very important. So in today's part, we have to discuss Peninsula Plateau, Thar deserts, coastal plains, and islands. So in this part, there are many important questions as well as 1 mark questions as well as 2 mark questions. As far as 2 mark questions are concerned, what are the characteristic features of Peninsula Plateau? Write about Western Ghats, or write about Eastern Ghats, or write about Thar Desert, or coastal plains can be divided into 2. So write about East Coastal Plains, or write about West Coastal Plains, or write about islands. Some of these questions can be grouped and they may be given for 4 marks or even for 8 marks. As far as 1 mark questions are there are plenty in this. Coming to the Peninsula Plateau, what are the characteristic features of Peninsula Plateau? Listen carefully. It is situated to the south of Indo-Gangetic Plain. It is the largest physiographic component in our country. It covers an area of 16 lakh square kilometers. And this Peninsula Plateau is made up of crystalline, metamorphic, and igneous rocks. This Peninsula Plateau is slightly tilting towards east, and it has irregular triangle shape. This Peninsula Plateau is mainly of 2 divisions. One is Malwa Plateau. It is also known as Central Highlands, and Deccan Plateau. This Deccan Plateau is situated to the south of Satpura Mountains. On either side of Deccan Plateau, you have Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. So this is enough for you to write about the characteristic features of Peninsula Plateau. Then coming to the Western Ghats, these Western Ghats are situated parallel to the west coast. They are continuous chains of hills, but here and there are certain gaps. They extend up to 1,600 kilometers. The Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet at a place called as Gudalur in Nilgiris. And you have one of the most important place in Nilgiris called as Udagamandalam, popularly called as Ooty. In Nilgiris, Doddabetta is the highest peak to an extent of 2,637 meters. These Western Ghats consist of Annamalai Hills, Palani Hills, Cardamom Hills. In that Western Ghats, if you see, Anaimudi Peak, having the height of 2,695 meters, is the highest peak in South India. So this is about the Western Ghats. Coming to the Eastern Ghats are situated parallel to the east coast. There is no continuity chains of hills. The highest point reached in this Eastern Ghats is Chintapalli in Visakhapatnam, a place called Aroyakonda. And the average height of the peaks here will be around 1000 meters or hardly 900 to 1000 meters. These Eastern Ghats consist of Nallamala Hills, Velikondas, Palakondas, and Seshachalam Hills. So this is about Eastern Ghats. Then another important aspect of this part 2 is Thar Desert. So where Thar Desert is situated, what are the climatic conditions present in Thar Desert, which river drains the Thar Desert area, which is the longest canal that provides water in this area. So this is very, very important for 2 marks. Thar Desert is situated in the leeward side of Aravalli Mountains, which are called as oldest folded mountains. The climatic conditions here are very, very humid. The temperatures are very, very high. The annual amount of rainfall will be ranging from 10 centimeters to 12 centimeters. And due to lack of water facilities, you find a lot of thorny bushes here. And River Luni drains this area. Then coming to the coastal plains. Coastal plains are of 2 types, East coastal plains and West coastal plains. West coastal plains, they are situated parallel to the Arabian Sea. They are narrow when compared to the East coastal plains. These plains are mainly fed by Narmada, Tapati, etc. rivers. And these West coastal plains are basically classified into 3 categories. They are Konkan coast, Canara coast, and Malabar coast. Konkan coast extends from Maharashtra up to Goa. Canara coast related to Karnataka. Malabar coast related to Kerala. East coastal plains. These are situated parallel to the Bay of Bengal. When compared to the West coastal plains, East coastal plains are wider. They are fertile by number of rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc. These are very, very fertile. These East coastal plains are also classified into 3 categories. They are Utkal coast related to Orissa, Coromandel coast related to Tamil Nadu, and the Sarkar coast related to Andhra Pradesh. So in addition to these rivers, you find certain lakes, and the important lakes that are present in East coastal plain area are Chilaka Lake in Orissa, Kolleru and Pulicat lakes in Andhra Pradesh. So that is about East coastal plains. Coming to the islands. In India, we have 247 islands. There are 2 groups of islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman Islands are extended towards Bay of Bengal, whereas Lakshadweep Islands are extended to Arabian Sea. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the largest group of islands, whereas Lakshadweep Islands are the smallest group of islands. These Andaman and Nicobar Islands are of volcanic origin. Narcondam and Barren Islands are the best examples for this, whereas Lakshadweep Islands are of coral origin. So these, one of the southernmost tip of India is Indira Point, which has been washed away during the tsunamis. And the area of Lakshadweep will be around 32 square kilometers. So in this way, our islands are situated. In total, India has 247 islands. So this is about islands. So as far as if you take the whole part of this lesson, we find a number of 1 mark questions. If you take Peninsular Plateau, where Peninsular Plateau is situated, you have to say Peninsular Plateau is situated to the south of Indo-Gangetic Plain. Then, what are the two components of Peninsular Plateau? The two components of Peninsular Plateau are Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. What is the other name for Malwa Plateau? The other name for Malwa Plateau is Central Highlands. Which is the highest peak of Nilgiris? Dodda Betta. What is the height of that Dodda Betta? 2,637 meters. Which is the highest peak in South India? Anaimudi peak. What is the height of Anaimudi peak? 2,695 meters. Where you find Anaimudi peak? Anaimudi peak is in Annamalai Hills, where Annamalai Hills are created. So like this, you will be having number of 1 mark questions. And which is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats? Aravayakonda, Chintapalli, Visakhapatnam. Then what are the classification of West Coastal Plains? Konkan Coast, then we have Canara Coast and Malabar Coast. What are the divisions of East Coastal Plains? They are Utkal Coast, Sarkar Coast and Coromandel Coast. So what are the two groups of islands? Where Andaman Islands are situated? Where Arabian Islands are, where Lakshadweep Islands are situated? So like this, there is every possibility to get any one of the 1 mark questions. See, if we recapitulate once again, what is a pass? Very, very important. What is it done? A natural route across the mountains through which in the ancient time trade and culture was exchanged is called as pass. Examples of pass are Khyber, Bolan, Shipkila, Nathula, Bumidila. Then what is it done? A narrow, longitudinal, flat, bottomed, steep valley is called as dun. Or you can say that the valleys lying between lesser Himalayas and outer Himalayas are called as duns. Give example for duns. Dehradun, Kirtly, Partly Dun. So like that, we have many questions. Then what are the parallel ranges of Himalayas? Himadri, Himachal, Shivaliks. What is subcontinent? A country in a continent having diversified physical, social, cultural contrasts marked by unity in diversity. Then what is a peninsula? A land covered with water on 3 sides. Which latitude is passing through the middle of our country? Tropic of Cancer. 23.5 degree north latitude is called as Tropic of Cancer. So in this way, you have number of questions. Overall, this lesson is very, very important to concentrate on all these questions. Then there is every possibility that you will get a maximum marks. And if you are going on continuously listening to my revision videos, so there is every possibility that you may get maximum marks. The main aim of coming with this type of revision video is nothing but to make you people not to feel any difficulty regarding the social studies. Different people will have different methods to teach social studies. So as it is a revision video, I am concentrating mainly on the questions, 2 marks, 4 marks, 8 marks questions, and even 1 mark questions. So what you have to do is concentrate well, you prepare well, you listen to the videos, and then if you read it once, twice, or thrice, then it will fix in your mind, and there is every possibility that you will get maximum marks in social studies. Dear students, I think you are grasping whatever I am saying. If you have any difficulties, you can send information through WhatsApp. So once again, I request you to concentrate thoroughly, subscribe my channel, tell your friends, tell your relatives to subscribe channel, and press the bell icon so that you will be continuously getting my videos. I wish you all the best. Thank you.